speak? Yes, sir.
Thank you. Fortunately, I grew up in a family of 5 and learned to eat really quickly because it was a competitive event. Comments on Chapter 7. I think the extensive discussion, one of the things that it revealed was, again, this is a chapter that is in need of more explicit near-term actions. And I would say that the near-term priorities are not complete in that there needs to be increased emphasis on water supply reliability and ecosystem protection. I think particularly there's a great deal of coordinated stakeholder effort right now identifying the actions necessary to implement a strategic levee system in the near term that would protect the water supply system particularly, but have ecosystem benefits as well. And I think you would do well to include that concept in the near-term priorities as an important part of levee investment. Taking that a step further, I would recommend that you recommend to the legislature that they appropriate money for such an effort, and they do that immediately. I'm
sorry, for a setting of near-term priority effort?
No, for a strategic investment in the strategic levee system as an immediate near-term action to secure the water
without
supply.
Knowing what it is?
That it is shaping up. It is built in part on the proposals that you've seen and you've mentioned, specifically from the urban water agencies. That's a component of it, incorporating some ecosystem restoration as well, that would secure the water supply system in the immediate term.
How much money do you want to authorize?
I think there's some discussion right now of recommending an initial amount of $10 to $25 million to get planning and design going immediately. So that's a starting point. Obviously,
Ms. Marcus?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just asking a question to clarify this because I think I know what you're talking about. This is going to be one of my questions or concerns later on, which is to the extent that part of what we've been talking about here is predicated on a concern over water supply, and there are provisions in here that deal with BDCP and other things off down the line, it seems that there's a near-term imminence. We talk about earthquakes in here, and we have the charts, but not that clearly, but then we don't have anything in here in parallel in a near term that says this is what we need to be focusing on first, other than the more generic one, and water supply is included in the long list, but it's not.
It's not included. It is not. It is specifically not included in your near-term list of near-term priorities, and there is a way to do this consistent with whatever ultimately might be developed from BDCP in terms of conveyance. But this general acknowledgement that BDCP will take 15 to 20 years before this implementation, and the water supply system is at risk in that interim. So I think that there's a lot of room to add this into both this chapter as well as the water supply reliability. I think that's it. That's my major comment. Thank you.
Can I correct something? It specifically says, protect water quality and water supply conveyance in the Delta, especially levees that protect freshwater aqueducts and the primary channels that carry fresh water through the Delta is the first priority.
And there are also high priority on levee projects that provide a net increase in channel margin habitat, enhanced floodplains, and enhanced wetlands. This is all in the priority table.
Page, please. Page 272.
Yeah, where are you?
Page 272.
Sorry, you're referring to the levee prioritization?
Yeah.
Yes, to the policy, the actual policy.
The policy, I agree with that. Yeah. I would agree with Mr. Nordoff and others that the time frame of that is far too long.
No, that is immediate. That takes immediate effect. Those are interim policies that take effect.
Sorry, I don't have this in front of me, so it's on my computer.
That policy that I read actually would take effect immediately upon adoption by the Office of Administrative Law and posting by the Secretary of State after the Council adopts the plan. It doesn't wait for the 2-year study that's in the plan.
Thank
Yeah, I see it in there. And you both jumped on it like, yeah, it is, yeah, it is, yeah, it is. But again, just giving you
Clarity.
feedback. You know where this all is. You live this document. It didn't come out as a declarative sentence that says do this right away. It's in a category of funding priorities. So I'm just telling you, it doesn't read the way you just felt it was there.
Okay.
So
I
you need to
appreciate
just
that
do
feedback.
something to call it up. So I'm not surprised that Charles made the point, because I was going to say, just because you can find it in here doesn't mean it comes through that way. I'm glad that you put it in.
Thank you.
Okay.